What's happening? I joined.
Oh, no. I have to finish it for a seminar tomorrow. I'm a PhD student in behavioral psychology.
What do you think of it?
She has some interesting points. The chapter I'm on covers the influence of pop culture on behavioral modeling and attraction dynamics.
Yes. No, that does sound interesting, but I mean, please don't ask my opinion on it, because
Yeah. I wouldn't expect that of you. But if this goes well, maybe you'll learn a little something.
Okay, so you're here because you're looking for a study buddy.
No, quite the opposite. I need someone to keep me out of the library occasionally.
So the age-old work-life conflict.
Which side of it do you fall on?
Am I allowed to say that balance is best?
No. No fence sitting, one or the other.
I am definitely a workaholic.
Uh-oh. Guess I'll be dying in the library then. You know, there's a theory that being a workaholic stems from a lack of trust or an inability to delegate work tasks.
Oh, you're serious? No, I hope not. I always thought it was because I just like what I do.
I hope that's the case too. So, I have a confession to make.
Okay, already.
Everyone tells me that for whatever reason, I haven't lived.
I don't believe that.
I've never been to a nightclub.
Never. What, your fourth stint as a student and you've never even set foot in a nightclub?
I would rather spend the day in a cafe with a book and my laptop.
This is your halfway warning, guys. Halfway.
So you are still studying to become a more qualified psychologist?
The more you know, the more you earn. So where do you see yourself in 5 years? Sorry, I researched good speed dating questions before tonight.
And that's what you got? It sounds a little bit more like you researched good job interview questions instead. I want a happy family by then. I just want to be in a loving relationship and however many kids life blesses me with.
Okay, so say life has blessed you with one child, boy or girl.
Okay, blessed was a bit of a lame choice of words.
No, it was sweet.
Oh, sweet. That's what every guy wants to hear on a first date. I definitely want a boy. I am best placed to relate to them. I think I can just bring all the experience that I have and yeah, I just want a boy.
But boys need both male and female influences.
But he would have his mother too. And my best friend is a woman. And so he would have a very attentive godmother. She's a little bit nuts. You may meet her. She's hiding around here somewhere. Hopefully on a really bad date.
Like this.
Ay. Question. How do I know that all of this isn't part of your PhD thesis? That all the guys here aren't just your guinea pigs?
You don't. But a study at the University of Virginia found that we are more intrigued by those whose thoughts and feelings are unclear.
You have a study for everything. Is that supposed to be my key takeaway from today?
I'll offer you a better one. From Professor Nosselhoff. I'll find one from the start of the book. Here we go. This is a good one. When we set off on a journey, we are riddled with excitement or apprehension. Nothing in between.
It's not exactly one you'd read in the toilet, is it?
No, not quite.
Well, that's Nosselhoff's opinion, but I think that apprehension is our body's way of telling us that something is worth doing, despite the risks.
You know, we can actually reprogram our brains to interpret nerves as excitement. They're similar chemicals. I did that before coming tonight.
Would you do that before tests as well, that sort of thing?
Oh, yeah. Very helpful for tests.
It's clever, isn't it?
Brain's clever.
Not mine.
Got 1 minute to go, guys. Just 1 minute.
Well, how do you fancy spending the final minute?
Why not leave that to Professor von Nosselhoff again? Let's get a takeaway from the end of the book.
People only care about the end of the book. I want the answers.
All right.
Right now, come on, I'm ready.
Final words from the book. Everything is transient. Time, life, relationships, none belong to us. Only our purpose does. Around it, all else is determined.
So the right things will enter the orbit that we create around ourselves. Is that what that means?
Exactly. Every decision we make affects who's pulled into that orbit, whether we know it or not. The quote is actually really relevant to my life. I'm finally focusing on my orbit and mine alone. Thanks for listening.
No problem. And I'm glad to hear you're doing that.
That's your lot. Ladies and gents, time's up. Let's be moving on.
This was fun, Ryan.
Yes, it was. It was really great to meet you, Kathleen.
So I'm not the biggest social media user, but they say that's the best way to keep in touch nowadays.
What does Professor von Nuzzlehoff say?
Who do you think I got it from? At Kathleen Parker 88.
Okay. I got it. Have a nice evening.
You too.
Meant to drink, isn't it?
Exactly.
It looks good. Are you happy with the batch?
Very. Tell you more about it, but we haven't got much time.
So, the kombucha is homemade. The goblet is homemade. What else is homemade?
I'd say 90% of this. The clothes, the accessories, I make it all from scratch. Started selling my stuff online during lockdown and it grew into a full-time business.
Wow, that's really original.
Thanks. Turns out my aesthetic plays quite well these days.
What aesthetic is that?
Call it what you want. I've heard hundreds of terms, kind and unkind.
Is it just you in the business, or...?
Yeah, don't need anyone else.
So how do you keep up with the demand?
There's a long wait list, but I engage with my customers a lot on social media, so they're understanding.
So if the supply is low, you must be retailing for a fairly high price?
No, I pride myself in affordability and sustainability.
Is that enough to do full-time? No, sorry, no, I'm not asking how much you earn. I just find the business model very interesting.
I get by.
Do I look like Orion yet?
Not quite.
All right, then. Well, what else can you tell about me?
You're definitely an earth sign. You seem quite grounded and stable.
I could be the most volatile person going for all you know.
The fact that you're not outright denying it suggests otherwise.
You are right, but you make earth signs sound so boring. So even though we are practical and determined, we're also highly in tune with our senses. We also never abandon a project or a relationship.
Encouraging. I'm a water sign, so we're most compatible with earth signs.
That's because the water nourishes the earth.
Exactly.
Just 3 minutes to go, everyone. 3 minutes. I know, it's going very quickly, very quickly.
You're really into your astrology then?
Gives me structure. I analyse my behaviour in the context of something bigger. So my main star sign is Scorpio, which I think really suits me. And then based on when and where I was born, my rising sign is a Sagittarius and my moon sign is a Libra.
What's the difference between those three?
Your main star sign is your sun sign, represents sort of your desires in life, and your rising sign is how you present to others, and moon sign's what you're like deep down.
Okay. I don't really know about the other two, so.
Work them out for you, we haven't got much time, so.
So then, what makes your sun sign so Scorpio?
We aspire to be brave, loyal, honest,
The negatives?
jealous and secretive, but it doesn't really apply here. Do relate to them as animals as well, I guess.
Aren't they really aggressive?
Only when threatened.
But don't they eat each other though?
Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
And this is your final minute, guys. Final minute.
So, I was wondering,
No, I've spoken about myself enough. I want to know more about you.
I feel like it's been pretty even. Can you just...
It really hasn't, so I want to know more about you.
Fine, fire away.
So, Azalea, I have noticed you have a couple of tattoos.
I do. Want to know about any of them? Choose wisely. Some stories are better than others.
The pentagram, is that a satanic symbol?
I mean, I've dabbled in Satanism, but its wider interpretation is quite genteel. It's about shunning the rigid restrictions of society.
And it's not about sacrificing babies.
You're safe. And the tattoo. I just like the shape. It's all about those clean lines and sharp edges.
That's your lot, ladies and gents. Time's up. Let's be moving on.
That was the kind of interaction I was hoping for from this. Thanks.
Yeah, me too. What is your handle? I'd love to check some of your stuff out.
At Azalea Shadows. Azalea Shadows.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, hiya. You my date now?
Yeah, I guess I am. I'm Ryan.
Tony, nice to meet ya. Sorry, I've got a match tomorrow, so I've got to keep limber.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what is it, a sports match? Do you play locally?
No, it's my job, actually. I'm a footballer.
Oh, shit. Should you be out dating the night before a match?
Oh, don't worry. The pitch. I'll narrow it down for you. I'm not tall enough to be a goalkeeper. I'm a keeper in other ways, though.
Well, you are doing your pre-match conditioning, which makes me think that you are reliable. And I think reliability is important in a defender, so I'm going to say defense.
Winner, chicken dinner. Pat yourself on the back. Do you like sports yourself?
It's not my biggest interest.
Well, let me change the question then. Do you like team sports or individual sports?
Is this going to tell you something deeper about me?
Maybe.
Teams?
It's not your phone, is it?
I'd ask you more.
We ain't got time, right, lad? Tell me. If you want to, of course.
Yeah, like you, I'd be really close to my dad. He kind of taught me what it meant to be like a man, to be open-minded, which for him actually was more about your mindset than any specific character trait.
Yes, lads. We're lucky, eh? I think what I got from my dad was humility. He taught me how to keep my feet on the ground and appreciate what I have as well as what I want. What would you say you inherited from your dad?
Oh, God, that is tricky. On the positive side, I would like to hope that I am a good listener, that I am supportive. He definitely taught me how to take responsibility when I need to, and I think that I can keep my cool under pressure.
Any negative traits?
Yeah, some pretty shitty dad jokes. Oh, and don't annoy me when I'm watching TV.
I feel like that's universal for most dads. I think the most negative thing I've inherited from my dad is my stubbornness.
How bad are we talking?
Like bad, really bad. If you want to get through to me, you have to really persist. And even then, sometimes the persistence really backfires and just pisses me off.
Okay, noted.
Very wise.
We've got 1 minute to go, guys. Just 1 minute.
Ooh, we're in stoppage time. What? Football's the best sport for making analogies.
No.
Do you fancy another quick challenge?
Yes, but what do you want to do?
Well, there's conversation starters and riddles, apparently.
Convenient.
Okay. A man looks at a painting and says, "Brothers and sisters, I have none, but that man's father is my father's son." Who's in the painting, the man or his son?
Brothers and sisters, I have none. That man's father is my father's son, so he's looking at the man's son.
No, it's the man himself, isn't it?
I don't think so, but how do we find the answer? Oh, is it? It's folded in. Okay. More thoughts gone into this event than I gave it credit for.
Ready?
Hey!
Man's son. Bore off.
Listen, look, when you're good, you're good.
Yeah, fair play. You may have slightly more brains than me.
Yes, but you have slightly better feet than me, so we'll call it even.
Take it.
And that is time, everyone. Move on to your next date.
We crammed a lot into that.
Yes, we did. Yeah, it was great to meet you, Tony.
Yeah.
Is that short for Antonia?
Spot on, but everyone calls me Tony. Do you want to keep in touch?
Yeah. What's your handle?
At TN7, Tony Newton, and my shirt number 7.
That is some main character shit right there.
Get your beer.
I will not. Have a good night, Tony. Okay, that is a big question.
Important question.
Ultimately, I think I want to find a partner and I just want to settle. No, I want to settle down. I didn't mean, no, I'm not saying that, it's not nothing to do with it. I'm saying that I want to
In
settle.
my experience, guys who openly want relationships have been needy. They get over familiar too soon, want my attention all the time, get upset when I don't message. It's a whole thing.
Well, I can't speak for the guys in your past, but I don't think it's needy to know what I want. And I don't do any of those things that you said, by the way.
I hope you're a man of your word.
So, do you live locally?
Yeah, I bought a 1-bed up the road. It's top floor with an amazing view of the water.
You bought a penthouse.
The NFT was pretty valuable. Where do you live?
I live 10 minutes away. I live on my own as well.
Flat?
Yep.
Buy it or rent it?
Back to the quickfire round.
I mean, we're covering a lot.
Yeah, we are.
So?
I own it. Yeah, I'm very lucky to be able to say that. It's very difficult to get on the property ladder in London.
You earned it. You work hard in an industry that pays well.
Thank you, Randy.
This is your 3-minute warning, guys. 3 minutes to go. Just 3 minutes of lovely conversation.
Okay, let's move on to barn affairs. Do you like holidays?
I do.
Where do you go? What sort of holidays do you take?
What kind are you into, though?
I allowed to say a lad's holiday?
Go for it. You won't hear from me again, though.
You can't beat a beach holiday for a bit of R&R.
Very true. Vitamin D is essential for our well-being. You aren't a Speedos guy, though.
No. I can't pull them off.
Won't ask why. I could only afford to travel recently, so I've got a lot of places on my list.
Well, what's the top of the list?
There's more than one thing. Cruise the Galapagos Islands, meet the sloths and turtles in Costa Rica, see the Iguazu Falls between Brazil and Argentina. I don't know, for me it's more about experiences. You know, I'm not so much into the historical stuff.
Yeah, but and seeing new cultures as well. Like, it's amazing to go to new places and see the different people and all the places that you're in operate on a daily basis. So, have you been traveling alone?
I like doing things my way.
Do you never get bored? Or lonely, like having to go to dinner on your own all the time?
Well, I've got my phone or tablet for entertainment and talking to people, but if I want less screen time,
Nice.
I always keep a deck on deck. I mean, I picked this one up ages ago. I think it's got, I don't know, an extra king in there somewhere.
An extra king. That might come in handy.
Depends on the game. Okay, next question. Does body count matter?
Holy moly. I was not expecting that question.
Well, you were getting too smug. So, what do you think?
No, not for me. Faction survey.
Your feedback is greatly valued.
Is it actually, though?
Only if it's good.
Yeah, it was fun. I didn't really feel like we felt like strangers. You?
The answer isn't part of the survey, sadly.
Okay. I see how this is going. Okay.
And your time is up. Thank you, ladies and gents. Lads, move on to your next table. Your date is awaiting.
Oh,
But are you disappointed?
only because I had more questions. Would you like my social media handle?
Yeah. Or I could give you mine.
I never message first. At the Brandy Babe Girl.
Brandy, baby girl.
See you later, Ryan.
Goodbye, Brandy. Kind of glad about that because I don't really know how many more I had left in me.
Well, I'm sure you made a fantastic impression.
Yeah, no, I've met some great people, but I think it's just too early to tell.
Speed dating is just to pique curiosity rather than find love.
It's just like a little teaser, isn't it? You just kind of just get to know them, and just as you're getting there,
It's like tapas, I like to say.
well, a little bit of everything.
Love tapas, yeah. Some olives.
I do have to call you out though, because there's some times when the date's going well, and then just then I hear you screaming out. Give me like an extra 30 seconds. I need to be able to give you a signal or something. How long have you been hosting?
I have lots of hosting experience, but specifically the speed dating stuff, just at the beginning of lockdown.
So those were digital, I presume.
Correct. For me, finding love is the most formative journey of our lives, and I just wanted to help people continue that journey, despite the circumstances. Having said that, there is no real substitute for meeting someone special in person.
So from these, have you ever had any marriages develop?
Yeah, we've had a couple, even a couple of babies named after me. Yeah. Need to put it in my bio. Pregnancy facilitator, Derek.
You really don't, because that sounds like something that would be on a T-shirt on a lad's holiday.
The stag do T-shirts. You're right. Okay.
I actually think I've seen them before.
I sell like hotcakes, though, right? So how did you hear about us?
I was duped into coming here this evening. I thought I was going out for a drink with my best mate, Misha, and here I am. She's actually somewhere here. She's on a date somewhere, I don't know, but...
Well, I love a strong male-female friendship. Do you prefer the company of women or men?
Come again?
Oh, sorry, I'll rephrase. Who do you feel like you naturally engage with more easily?
I could shoot the shit with anyone. But no, but like, with your job, you must be the same.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, no one's going to enjoy an event if they can't approach their host. So, I think it's the suit as well.
It is something. Well, I am glad you felt you could approach me too.
Oh, you made it very easy. Thank you, Ryan.
You are welcome. Derek.
That may decide what kind of energy you want to exude yourself. Now, both are brilliant, but markedly different.
I definitely want someone who is dynamic and a lively personality to just spice up my life.
Ooh. Not to dominate, though.
No. Because that can just be a whole different thing. It can get toxic. Although, there's no harm in me being put in my place from time to time.
No? Crack of the whip.
I never said I was into that. I was wondering, has hosting these made you an expert in romance?
What, like some kind of love guru? No. No.
No, come on. You must have more insight than the average guy. Okay, wait. Okay. Has it ever helped in your personal life?
Sadly, no. No, it's still very single. Why, did you have someone in mind for me?
Yeah. Misha. She would love to meet you. She's here. I can introduce you.
I'm sure Misha's fab, but I won't be interested.
It's a bit mean. What's wrong with her?
Well, she's a her.
Yeah, sorry. No, I shouldn't have assumed. That was silly of me.
You're fine. Totally fine.
So what other events do you host?
So a lot for the queer community. So we do a lot of, obviously, speed dating. We do traffic light parties, lock and key parties, all sorts, really. Okay, it is your final minute, guys. Final minute. Need to stop forgetting. Sorry, what were we?
We were talking about your queer events.
Yes. Yeah, you should come sometime.
Sorry, are you assuming that I'm still going to be single after this?
I don't know, maybe see it as a safety net.
I would love to. You know, just so long as you're hosting, of course.
Naturally. And that, ladies and gents, is the end of tonight's event. I've been Derek. Get home safe, and hope you had a good time.
Thanks, Derek. I'm actually kind of glad that the musician bailed.
Oh, she was lovely. But I'm kind of glad too. But that is totally against the rules for me to say that.
Is it also against the rules for me to ask for your socials?
No. At D-More Events.
Got it.
So what about you? Tell me about you.
Yeah, and an absolutely nuts thing happened. I was supposed to be meeting for this day this musician, but she bailed. And then, do you remember the host?
Yeah?
Yeah, Derek is his name. So I was sitting there, and he came up and told me about a girl who had to leave. And then we sat down, we just started talking.
You and Derek!
Yeah,
God,
yeah, he's
I
just.
love that!
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you saw plenty of him as well. He's a cool guy. He's very, very suave.
So, would there be more with Derek?
Maybe, yeah.
Love that for you.
Yeah, thank you. There was Azalea. Yeah, she was something else. She brought her own kombucha. She had her own goblet that she brought.
Goblet.
Yeah, with a crow on it. It's just very different, but it was really interesting because it wasn't like any of the other dates I went on.
Was there chemistry over kombucha?
Yeah, I guess you could say there was a little bit of chemistry, yeah. I could see it going somewhere. There was Brandy. Let me tell you about Brandy. My God, she would put you to shame the amount of work she would do. She is a crypto trading beautician and she's studying as well.
Wow, what a combination.
I don't even know how she finds the time to do all of it.
Was there a spark?
Yeah, there was. I liked her. She's she'd make you raise your game, you know?
And your game needs to be raised.
Well, so you keep telling me.
Yeah.
Aha, now let me tell you about Tony. She is a football player.
Wow.
Professional.
Wow.
She was just quite laid back, sort of person who was like, give as good as you can get, you know?
That sounds fun. Do you think there might be a future with the footballer?
I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but yeah, I'd love to see her again.
Aww.
There was Kathleen, who was a PhD student studying psychology. She was reading on our date. She was just very smart. It was a little bit intimidating.
Do you think there'll be more from Kathleen?
There could be. Yeah, I mean, I kind of felt like, yeah, we got on well.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
So, what's the next move?
I don't really know. I kind of have a few options, so...
Mr. Popular.
Yeah, well, you know, what can I say? I guess I just need to think about it a little bit and see where I go from there. Yeah.
Proud of you.
Peace.
So I'm working late tonight, but if you give me your number, I've got the next 2 days off. So.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure. So it's 0797 567 660.
Got it. All right, cool. Hit you up.
Cool.
Cheers.
Hey, you right?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Were you ordering drinks from him?
No, I was waiting for you. I wouldn't order for someone before they arrived.
So he was asking for your number?
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't stand much of a chance, does he? Have you seen me?
You're right. Yeah, but because he isn't my type. Not because you are. That wasn't my real number anyway. So, how's your week been?
Bit of work, now a bit of dating. Yours?
You should know how my week's been. I put it all on social media.
You spotted my likes.
I like to monitor my metrics.
Will we get a drink?
I will. I'll just have a tonic water.
Hello? Could we get a tonic water, please, and a beer? Thank you.
Well, My week has been standard as yours. Regular hours at the salon, after hours studying, and when I can, checking the crypto markets. So this is my self-care time.
Oh God, I hope not to disappoint.
Oh, you won't. Because I am having fun tonight, whether you like it or not.
I like your style. What is a good two-player game?
Something simple, like higher or lower, so we can still chat. I mean, we could make it more interesting, I guess.
What, like strip, higher or lower?
Points. One for each correct guess. First person to get 3 ahead wins.
Why am I noticing that you have made all of the rules since our speed date?
Get used to it. I'm a fair person, though, so I will give you a secret about myself for every correct guess.
Fair?
You go first. Is the next card higher or lower?
7 is a tricky one, because there's a pretty even amount of cards higher and lower. Lower. And it is an ace. The highest value card, which means your turn. Ugh.
Yeah, that means the next card is lower by default. I guess lower.
So what, 4 is pretty low.
Not the lowest, though.
I am gonna say lower.
Odds are against you.
You'd just love to see it. Secret, please.
All right, first secret. My love language is acts of service, and my favorite act is breakfast in bed.
Noted. But now you have got the lowest value card.
Which means the next card is higher by default. I guess higher.
Honestly, this is just unfair.
You saw me shuffling. It's all about how the cards fall.
This is a game more about luck than skill, isn't it?
There's tactical risk too. I mean, are you a lucky person?
Well, I would say luck comes in many forms.
It does, but generally, do you land on your feet a lot?
I am a young man living in London with a roof over my head. I would say all of that is pretty good fortune.
But what about specifics? What you've gotten versus what you wanted?
That's actually a pretty good way to calculate luck. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of things that I wish I'd gotten, you know, a job or, I don't know, like trivial things, presents. What about you? Do you have any first world problems that you wish you had a little bit more luck with?
Plenty, but they don't bother me. They're stupid. Your guess?
What do we have? The last card was a 9.
Odds favor lower, but you've still got 10 and the other honor cards, which are higher.
Higher.
All right. I've always had a thing for teachers. Ever since school, I always had a crush on them. Even now, I think my international relations tutor is cute.
Interesting.
That was a very inspiring move by you. I'll follow. Higher. A queen or a queen?
This is a real underdog story. Okay, look at Queen. Queen. It doesn't get much higher than that. Lower. I am on a roll.
Okay. I once threw my ex's games console out the window when I found out he was messaging other girls. Lower.
Shit. Have you got them all right?
I'm flawless, what can I say?
You are enjoying that too much. These instincts of yours must be pretty handy in the crypto market.
They are, but I don't take risks. I respect money too much. I haven't always had it.
Would you prefer to spend it on lifestyle things?
And investments, I do love spending, but nurturing it is cool too.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what my attitude is. I think balance is fairly important in this department.
But if you had to choose one side or the other, are you a spender or a saver?
Well, you only live once, so while I've no responsibilities, I definitely want to enjoy what I earn.
That's fair enough. I mean, you must earn a really good salary, so you have the security to enjoy it.
Within reason. I mean, anyone can lose money, you know?
Let's finish the game.
So this one should be easy. Higher. Please, 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 please be higher.
I never kiss on the first date. Lower.
Obviously. Oh, okay, wait, no. If you really back yourself, how about we make this interesting?
We aren't stripping, Ryan.
No. Brandy, get your mind out of the gutter. No. Winner takes all.
Fine. I'm confident. You call it.
Higher. Okay, come on. Come on, give me my crown. Press. Put it on.
You!
Well, thank you for a great game. It was really something. You put in a great effort.
I don't lose. It pisses me off.
Okay, look, come on. It is character building. That was a joke.
Fine, you won fair and square, and you probably want a prize too.
No. Beating you is more than enough.
Stop, or I'm leaving. Pick something.
No, the winning feeling has got me hyped. I'm feeling good. I just want a good night for us.
Well, that can be arranged. I'll order the bubbles.
I like your thinking.
That was a really fun night.
Yeah, it was. I'll give you most of the credit. It did all start with your game.
I know it did. This is where you tell me you also had a great night?
Yeah, I thought that was implied.
I'm not a mind reader.
You live just up the road, right?
I do. You can walk me to my door.
Ryan.
Please? No, don't get up.
Hi.
The early bird catches the worm. Have you been waiting long?
No, I was just passing time with a bit of people watching. I love thinking about what brought all these humans to cross paths with me.
Do you have any good stories?
Yeah, that couple over there. Yeah, don't look. They're having a relationship showdown. When they arrived, he was really physically affectionate with her. But then as she became more animated, he withdrew into himself.
Do you think it's over?
She'll hear him out, but her body language suggests she's made up her mind. How do you take breakups?
Wait. I want to know, is there anything that he could do that could save the relationship?
It really depends on how unhappy she is.
Well, if someone doesn't want to be in the relationship, I don't think there's any point trying to make them stay. I think you have to respect their decision. And I think you need to respect yourself enough to walk away.
That takes a lot of maturity, especially through something that can feel humiliating. Unless you weren't that invested in the first place and she did you a favor.
No comment.
Cheers.
It's very good wine.
It is French.
My knowledge on wine is not fantastic.
Old world would be like French, like European.
California newer.
Yeah.
How is the studying going?
Well, I've been living in the library, but what's new there? We did cover an interesting topic, though. You know how we have different styles of learning and communication? Well, broadly speaking, there are two distinct ways of thinking, emotional or rational.
Okay, can you tell what I am?
I can evaluate you, but I take no responsibility if you don't like the results.
No. Except that we are on a second date, so a bad evaluation also reflects on you.
That is true. All right, let's do this. So, how are you at making new friends? Do you actively engage with everyone and anyone, or are you a lone wolf?
Can I not be somewhere in between? Like that I'm selective with my company.
No, you have to pick one side of the spectrum.
I mean, I can socialize when I need to.
As we can see.
Yes. Most of the time, I would prefer my own company. I mean, I guess you could call me a loner.
No, not at all. I definitely appreciate an introverted energy.
What's the next question?
This is a good one. Does seeing other people cry move you to cry yourself?
Okay, this is very specific.
Oh, these questions are rooted in psychological study.
So you didn't just get them online?
No.
I definitely cry with people. A really good friend of mine had a kid a couple of years ago. And his name is Harry. And I was invited to his nursery school's sports day. And they had a race at one stage. So they had all the kids were involved. So some kids could only crawl, some could walk, and then some were in between. So they gave them like a stroller.
That is so sweet and very inclusive.
Very inclusive, yes. My friend's little son, Harry, was on the stroller. So he kind of was at that stage where he could like stand up and like, you know, like little drunk fella and kind of have to hold on to things. So the race starts and one of the walking kids just tears off straight past him. So Harry kind of fell over. Yes, and so when he was getting back up, he couldn't get the stroller back up. So he just started walking for the first time.
No, no way.
No, he did. And my friend went to the finish line and was waiting for him and was calling, was like, Harry, come on, Harry.
God, did he catch up to the walker?
No. No. He made it there in the end, and then my friend started crying when he got to the end, which kind of, it set me off.
That's a lovely story.
Yeah, no, it really was a great day.
Excuse me, just popping to the loo. Hello.
Hello.
What did I miss?
Not much. Wait, so what's next?
Here's a big one. Are you a planner or a spur-of-the-moment person?
So am I calculated or spontaneous?
That's a more erudite way of putting it.
Erudite, what?
Like articulate.
Yes, articulate, yes. No, I think life is just about going with the flow, catching a vibe and going with it.
I need evidence. I am very much not a spontaneous person, but I have a little challenge for you.
Depends on what it is. What are you thinking?
Luckily, my planner brain had an idea. So, believe it or not, I take swing dancing classes, and I would like to show you some moves.
In the middle of the bar.
Why not? Stop making me self-conscious. Come on.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
Oh, I am ready. I was born ready. Play me some music. Oh, okay, I like it.
Okay, it's very easy. Simple steps.
Yes.
Start with your right foot.
This foot.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Step back.
Right, yep.
And then step onto your left.
Left.
Step onto your right. Kick with your left. Step onto your left.
You throw that in?
I mean, if you want.
I don't know. I don't want to do with the moves, though.
Oh, okay. You're feeling.
Okay, no, fine. Let's do it. Quick, come on.
Okay.
Yeah?
5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And then we do a little spin.
Yes.
And we go in, and I'm feeling good. Yes.
Something like that.
And then you have the music.
very
And you can kind of. Yeah?
Yeah.
That works.
We each offer a different flavor.
And then when you want to do, you do that.
Maybe we could just learn from each other and our.
I could do that at your swing parties, though.
Well, thank you for broadening my dance horizons.
You are welcome. That was sweaty work.
Yeah, it was. Final question, Ryan.
Feet don't fail me now.
You can't fail.
Don't make it less dramatic.
Do you get impatient with people less efficient than yourself?
Like how the waiter hasn't taken our food order yet.
Oh, awkward. I think it's order at the bar.
Ooh, I guess I'll let him off that one then. I think getting impatient is pointless. Like, what do you actually gain from getting upset at someone else's shortcomings? It doesn't change anything.
Very little. You just overburden yourself with angst.
Or, I mean, you just end up discouraging others.
Patience is a virtue.
So, what is the verdict?
Based on your answers, you are a rational thinker. You are logic-focused and pragmatic. You prefer to analyze concrete details in a situation.
Is that good for dating?
Some people date successfully by ticking a set of boxes.
Okay, but you also need an emotional connection too.
Yeah, like anything, you need an emotional connection to balance out the rationality.
So yours was particularly about like the pop culture influence on behavioral.
Modeling and attraction dynamics. And I think that that's something that's really relevant right now, especially with like all the reality dating shows.
Like, what do you do if you're not studying?
I like to read, which is just studying,
Not
isn't
far
it?
off it.
Yeah.
So who's gonna get the third date?
No commentary, please.
He's scrolling.
Scrolling back. Oh, okay. Hello, Brandy. How are you? I'm very good. Great to talk to you again. I had a blast the other night, and I was wondering if you would be free sometime this week, maybe the weekend, to meet up again. Yeah? Okay, I will. I will talk to you then. Okay, bye, Brandy.
Okay, bye, Brandy.
She's cool.
She's cool.
I was
So you being cool?
I was trying to be
Cool. You're so not cool.
But you've got another date.
I did get another date. No, it's okay. You're stronger than you know.
Very private.
Well, I had to get the mood right.
What kind of food do they do here?
They do all sorts, really. It is
very eclectic, as I'm sure you will see.
They do a cheese fondue. Yeah, we have to get that.
Yeah, yeah, if you want.
Yes, please.